Ashcroft, Ashjack, Shashaway, two, Ashaway, Abo, Ashable, Ashnahai, kick, Ashaway, Ashney, Superman punch, Ashaway, jump, Ashaway, Ashaway, left kick, Ashaway, one more time, Ashaway, push kick, Ashaway, push kick.
Charles Bronx Oliveira has officially launched his training camp for the highly anticipated showdown with Ilia Topuria. With his eyes firmly set on the featherweight champion, Oliveira is channeling intense focus and dedication, putting in the hard yards daily. He's sharpening the very skills that have made him a fan favorite, preparing meticulously to dismantle his next opponent. Oliveira transitions to pad work. His coach rapidly calls out combinations, and Charles responds with crisp punches, sharp elbows, and swift kicks. His Muay Thai appears fluid and powerful, with each strike landing with a resounding impact. From there, the session moves to the ground for wrestling. Oliveira drills takedowns, working on seamless transitions between holds and maintaining dominant positions. His jiu-jitsu practice includes submissions, positional movement, and escapes, with fresh training partners constantly rotating in to maintain high intensity. He also drills cage work, focusing on pressuring an opponent against the fence and returning to his feet. This style of relentless close-quarters grappling will be a critical factor in his fight against Topuria. The next phase of his training takes him to the weight room. Here, he gets to work on the machines, pushing heavy weights with determination to build explosive power through controlled movements. He utilizes kettlebells, swinging them in powerful arcs to develop the rotational force that is vital for both his striking and grappling. He then moves to the heavy bag to drill his leg kicks relentlessly, alternating between his right and left leg. The focus is not just on power, but also on precision and speed, with each kick landing with increasing ferocity. As Oliveira grinds through his training, it highlights the incredible journey of his career, a transformation often discussed by Joe Rogan. Rogan has watched Oliveira evolve from a promising 20-year-old into an elite finisher. He notes that Charles had to learn on the job, developing his skills against the world's best competition. It was around the age of 27 or 28 that something fundamentally shifted.
UFC when he was 20. And so part of the problem was like he was learning and developing and growing as an elite in an elite organization. How old is he? 32.
Oh, okay, wow.
32. So see, he's been around a long ass time, but he came into his own over the last few years, which kind of makes sense. Like he figured it out somewhere around 27, 28. But he comes, look, these guys are elite, right? They come close to beating him, but he finds a way to beat them. And the way he does it is so final. The way he beat Poirier, man, that choke was so fucking good. It was so good.
Yeah.
And that's the same way the world found out about him was Efrain Escudero, who won the Ultimate Fighter. So who was a very good fighter himself. He fought Oliveira, and Oliveira took his back same way, standing up, and choked him out. And that's when we first saw it.
Rogan also breaks down Oliveira's use of overwhelming pressure. From the opening bell, he advances relentlessly, a tactic that has even thrown powerful strikers like Justin Gaethje off their game. A unique aspect of his approach is his reaction to being dropped. Instead of panicking, Oliveira calmly goes to his back, inviting opponents into his world, an invitation they are wise to refuse, knowing the danger of his ground game.
From the moment the first bell rings, he's coming at you.
Engaging, yeah.
Guns blazing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Gaethje was coming at him too, but it's like Gaethje was overwhelmed by Oliveira's pace and his aggression. It's why, and even when Gaethje cracked him, Oliveira's so different than anybody else. When he gets hit, he just lays on his back.
Yeah.
And he's like, come get some of this. And nobody wants that
He
guard
gets a
game.
break. So
He's got the most submissions in the history of the sport.
He recovers.
Yes,
So
because nobody wants to go to the ground with
Right.
him.
Normally, guys would just come bombing in.
Yeah.
Just try to land anything extra. It's like
Yeah.
when you wound an animal, any other arrow in it is
Right.
go. You just
Right.
trying to glance something off, catch something. Most time, guys will hurt a guy, come in and just go crazy. But not.
According to Rogan, what truly sets Oliveira apart is his ability to use the fear of his ground game as a weapon to control the fight. Most opponents want no part of grappling with him, and for good reason. His submissions are executed with speed, fluidity, and an efficiency that is difficult to counter. Having witnessed countless elite grapplers, Rogan asserts that very few can finish a fight on the mat with the same level of composure and precision as Oliveira, who always seems to be one step ahead.
That ground game.
Yeah.
His ground game is so elite. It's so good. I mean, I wonder how he would do in a like world-class Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament. Because I think he would do very well. Because I watched the way he finishes submissions, the way he syncs things up. I mean, it is top of the food chain stuff. I've seen a lot of jiu-jitsu in my days. I've rarely seen anyone compete in MMA that closes the show like Oliveira when the fight goes to the ground.
It was
His
smooth.
shit is razor sharp. Razor.
While Joe Rogan emphasizes Oliveira's lethal ground game and killer instinct, his former opponent Michael Chandler focuses on another crucial attribute: resilience. Having shared the octagon with him, Chandler holds a deep respect for Charles that goes beyond his finishing ability or highlight reels. What impresses Chandler most is Oliveira's entire career arc. He recalls a time when Charles was considered inconsistent, missing weight and suffering unexpected losses. However, instead of fading away, Oliveira completely reinvented himself, returning with renewed focus to defeat top-tier fighters like Poirier, Gaethje, and Chandler himself. For Chandler, this comeback story is a testament to Oliveira's character, not just his skill.
He's been very active. He won the title, lost the title, just lost to Arman. And man, I respect the hell out of Charles, man. He's one of the great ones in the sport. He's got a hell of a story, man. Just an absolutely unreliable guy when he was younger, missing weight and winning fights he shouldn't have won, and then losing fights he shouldn't have lost, coming back, building himself back up, becoming the champion, beating Gaethje, beating Poirier, two of the best guys to ever do it in the life.
Chandler also offers a fascinating breakdown of Oliveira's uniquely effective physique. He describes him as long, lean, and flexible, noting that his bony limbs make his submissions, especially the rear naked choke, incredibly tight. Chandler explains that Oliveira's arms and legs envelop an opponent like ropes, and once a choke is locked in, escape is nearly impossible.
Right? I mean, he finished Poirier, finished Gaethje, finished so many guys. He's got however many 20-something submissions or something like that. Oh, over $1 million in bonuses the guy's got, right? You guys are probably looking at how many freaking rear naked chokes he has. It's probably half of his submissions are rear naked chokes because he's the perfect body type. If you go back and watch how long his forearms are,
It's crazy.
and they're not big, they're bony and they're skinny, but he's still strong. So he's got really long arms and he's got really long legs. So he's gonna lock that figure four up around the body.
Yeah.
And freaking squeeze your guts out, separate your freaking rib
What was
over
that,
here on
round
the right
three
side.
when that one was happening?
I mean, I think he got it in
Is that the one where he had you like fully stretched out?
he's not the most dominant guy. If you watch him, you know, he gets in bad positions and guys hurt him, but he's long and lanky and he could close his eyes and use his feet like hands, you know, and tie you up and do these things with his big old long limbs. So it's a tough position to be in because he's so good at being defensive in those positions because he's been in those positions so much. And that's what you have to be as a jiu-jitsu artist. You are going to concede the position and let a guy be on top of you so you can triangle him and armbar him.
Justin Gaethje provides a different, more visceral perspective. The raw and unexpected power in Oliveira's striking. It wasn't just a stunning or stinging shot. In Gaethje's own words, it was a sensation he had never felt inside the cage. From the very beginning of their fight, Charles landed a strike that shook Gaethje to his core. Gaethje described it not as a typical buzz or flash knockdown, but as a full-body electrical shock, comparing it to touching a high-voltage battery.
You know, my last fight, you know, Charles was brilliant, you know, and he hurt me often. He hurt me early. 10 seconds in, I was, you know, really hurt, and probably 4 times after that, I felt something I've never felt in a cage. So, you know, it was just one of those fights where, you know, it was against adversity the whole time. You know, it was a feeling I've never felt. You know, usually you get hit, you call it a buzz, call it a flash. And this is more like my tongue just went on a super powerful battery, and it just, my entire body, it was crazy. So, yeah, it was perfect shots, you know, perfect time. One or the other, and yeah, it was the factors that I faced that night.
Building on Gaethje's account of Oliveira's surprising power, MMA legend Demetrius Johnson adds another layer of analysis, highlighting just how complete of a fighter Charles truly is. Johnson views Oliveira as an athlete who creates chaos from all angles. A key observation from Johnson is Oliveira's composure in difficult situations. While most fighters desperately avoid ending up on their back, Charles seems to welcome it. This willingness to fight from his guard often causes his opponents to pause and hesitate, giving Charles the moment he needs to reset or launch a surprise attack.
Now, obviously, Charles Oliveira is very good at pressuring the fight people he fights with the knees to clinch and the grappling exchange. Charles Oliveira. Now, like I said before, when I was watching these fights, Charles Oliveira does a good job because people don't like to follow him in the guard. Right? When Charles goes to his back, Charles gets back. Who would you rather your son fight like? Habib or Charles Oliveira? I said, Charles Oliveira, because I feel Charles Oliveira is dangerous in more places. Well, I feel Charles can knock you out. He can submit you from anywhere, not just from the back. He can go in his back. He has his leg lock game. He has his guillotine. He's very good in the clinch. He has good box.
This level of praise is significant coming from an authority like Demetrius Johnson, a fighter celebrated for his mastery of every dimension of mixed martial arts. To him, Oliveira represents a constant danger, regardless of where the fight takes place. So, will Oliveira be able to halt the momentum of Ilia Topuria? Or is Topuria poised to shock the world once more? Share your predictions in the comments section below. We're eager to hear your take.